Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to tell you 5 things that you can do right now while you wait for things to get back to normal or while you're waiting to migrate to Australia. So keep watching this video till the end and let's begin. So I know a lot of us are really anxious that when will the borders open and when will it be safe for you to travel to Australia. But while you're waiting, it is better that you get prepared for your life here in Australia. And the best way to do that is to follow the 5 things that I'm going to tell you now. So the first step is to familiarize yourself with the job market here in Australia. What you can do is you can go out and look for companies that have jobs in your own sector. For example, companies like Dell, HCL, Amazon, Google, Facebook are here in Australia as well. You can go on to the different job searching websites here in Australia like Seek and Indeed, and there are a few others which I have listed in one of my previous videos. I will link it up here so that you can go and check it out. You can go onto those websites and look out for jobs that are relevant to you and look out for the roles that might interest you. The next step is to get ready. Now that you have shortlisted a few jobs that you like, what you can do is go on to the position description and look out for all the skills or certification that the particular role requires. If you do not have them, this is the best time to get prepared for it. Go on to websites like Edureka, Udemy, Skillshare, Coursera and get those certifications. What you can also do is, if your organization already has an Australian project, you can ask for transfers. So you can get transferred within your organization, but to Australia. I know it sounds difficult, but I know people who have done this and they continued working for the same organization, but they got transferred to Australia. So you can try this. There's no harm in trying, of course. What you can also do is, if your organization has an Australian project, you can ask your manager for a transfer into that project. So if you're working in that project, you will have somewhat an Australian experience, not directly, but working for an Australian organization will give you that experience, which is always an advantage to have. The next one is to use LinkedIn. I cannot stress this enough how important LinkedIn is. Use LinkedIn to connect to the employees of the organization where you would like to work. So this is what I did. When I was in India and I knew I would move to Australia, I started sending connection requests to people who were in the same organization where I would want to work. I did my research, I searched the employees and I sent them a connection request. Now the key point here to remember is that do not be creepy. It's not Instagram or Facebook where your casual attitude would work. It's a professional network. So please do not send creepy messages or that you want a job or please give me referral or your resumes over message in LinkedIn. Do not use it as Instagram or Facebook, as I said. Engage meaningfully in the conversations that are ongoing on the platform. Comment, like, share, post frequently on LinkedIn and maintain professionalism. The key here is to maintain professionalism and grow your professional network. The next one is to shortlist the suburbs that you might be interested in living. So you will be new to Australia when you move here and you might not be knowing everything about which area is good for you or where you would like to live. What you can do is, while you're sitting in India, you have time right now, you can research about all the suburbs. In one of my videos, I've talked about it. I will again link it up here. Go on and watch that to understand how to choose your suburb. It can depend on multiple factors like distance from the city, cost of living. Maybe if you have children, you can look at schools in that suburb. If you find a particular school quite interesting and you would want your child to study there, you can find an accommodation in a nearby suburb. So it depends on a lot of factors, but the key here again is to go and research and find, like, you can list down 4 to 5 suburbs where you might want to live when you move here, so that when you just land here, you are not in a hurry to just find a house. You have certain preferences and then you can go about them. Last but not the least, estimate the amount of money you will require to survive initially in Australia. So when you will land in Australia, you might not have a job right away. So then you will need some amount of money that you will be carrying from your home country. This will help you survive those initial months without your job. I've done a video on monthly expenses here in Australia. I will link it up here. You can look at that video and estimate the amount of money you will require depending on your family, the family size, etc. So you should have at least 6 months of backup just as a safety net. Usually people do get job before that 6-month mark, but it is advised that you should have at least 6 months of cushion or extra money for you to survive here comfortably. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is right now on the screen. वहाँ पे मैं बहुत interesting story share करती हूँ about life in Australia, plus some additional tips and learnings जो मैंने सीखा है अब तक अपनी journey में in Australia. I hope you liked this video and you found it useful. If you did, you know the like, share, subscribe drill. So give it a big fat thumbs up, share it with your friends and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to write your suggestions in the comment box. I reply to all of them and I will see you in my next video. Bye.